How creepy. We should be live right about now.
Let us see.
We are not. Oh wait, yes we are.
Okay.
Okay, I see the video, so... Yep, we're good.
Yep.
Alrighty. Now, I hope the new tricks work. Hi, everyone. Gonna be a little bit awkward. My computer is still dead, and I have to do it with my wife's computer. Which, hey, at least means I can do this new special trick, I suppose. Plus, have a better microphone, which refused to work on my computer. So, some improvements, but yeah, things might go wrong today.
Yeah. At least now we know who's talking.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm digging the update. Yeah.
And I'm dressed as off-brand Jotaro for some reason.
Because why not?
Yeah, I like it.
Just for this once. Next time you get in a different costume again, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Elise isn't here today for some reason, so Taiga taking her place. So, hi, Taiga.
Hello.
Alrighty.
But yeah, we're all back after a stream
Quite a
off.
long time, yeah.
Thank you for the compliment, HyperQuest23. But yeah, we skipped a week. Computer was broke, and even though technically I could have done the stream on this computer, but I was really in a foul mood. And Elise couldn't go, and Luke was busy, so I thought, I think fate is trying to tell me that we should drop it for a week.
It's too traumatized from last time when we showed off Robotnik dressed up as Chris Thorndike.
There you go.
Yeah.
But now, Melton, you drew a whole new picture for us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I got to do the thumbnail this time, despite my personal life getting pretty hectic. But yeah, I was able to find time to do this, and of course have some fun and throwing in like random cameos of characters from various Sonic media as toys and whatnot.
How fun! Even that Godzilla, that's from a Sonic thing.
No, that's just more of a reference to one of the Sonic X stories we're going to be covering later on.
Yeah, I know about Vector, but not the Godzilla guy.
But no, that was just my. This was just my first poor attempt at trying to draw Godzilla, because like, oh, the story that has Vector being a giant. So okay, let's just do one with him and Godzilla just casually hanging out beside the destroyed city. Haha.
Fair enough. Switcheroo
Yeah.
is still better than the Meteor. Ooh, you're having a hot spicy take there,
Yeah,
Mr. Man.
Yeah, that's a bit of a blunt Easter egg comment thing that I did, where one of the stories we're covering is a Sonic X comic story that involves characters having their minds switched, and yes, Sonic Boom did something very similar to that, and I actually did watch / read through both of them to like kind of get myself prepared. And to the surprise of no one, yes, I still think the Sonic X comic does a better job on the concept that we'll get into later.
We'll get into that later, indeed. So, how is everyone? Luke, you were making Star Wars in Lego or something? What were you doing?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Yeah,
Doing some of your Lego.
You were
Oh,
working
yeah.
on Attentive 4 set?
Oh yeah, I've got myself at the storming the Tam T4 Lego set a couple of months ago, and being as it's got a minifig of Darth Vader with a lightsaber, I thought I might modify it into the final scene of Rogue One, where Darth Vader storms, like mows through all those rebel troopers to get the Death Star plans. So I ordered online some extra rebel troopers and the Death Star plans to try and recreate this scene. And it also has like a working door that I could like put ajar that had someone trying to reach through it.
So, when are you going to
That's
ask
pretty
Ewan
cool.
to come over to film a stop-motion animation version of the scene?
Just
That's not a bad idea.
Just having Darth Vader just walk and just literally just cut everyone in half. It's like, even when the guys say like, "Here, you can have Death Star plans, you can have Death Star plans back," it's like, well, that's too boring, and he just cuts everyone up.
Yeah, just had the guy banging on the door saying, open the door, open the door.
Whilst the guy's like trying to figure out, what's the code again? The code is 5423.
And Darth Vader
It wasn't
says,
until the last minute they decided to pass the plans through the gap.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they were holding out hope that they could survive as well.
As if.
Yeah.
Boris Rebels, yeah.
I've also done a spot of DIY today, trying to like reinforce the shelves above my PC because they're being held up by brackets, and trying to put some like extra ones up to because my shelves, one of my other shelves, are kind of like bowed down a bit under the pressure of some heavy books I put up. So that should like deafen it up a bit. But so what I did, I drilled some holes, put some polyfiller in, and put the screw plugs in. I'm leaving that overnight till tomorrow to put the shelves up. I'm really hoping I actually aligned the holes properly. Otherwise, I'll end up with some very wonky shelves.
Indeed, hard work.
Let's hope they're now sleet and dingo proof.
Here's hoping.
Not too bad. Doing some DIY, putting up shelves, that sort of thing. Yeah, it's quite aesthetic, really.
Look at Luke, working hard like an actual adult. Good job, sir. I haven't quite figured that out yet. All I know about DIY is that I should not do it myself. Alrighty. So, Melty, you were collecting a whole bunch of toys. You went to a pony convention.
So several weeks ago, I went and attended TrotCon, which is one of those My Little Pony themed conventions, and it's in Ohio. It's a little farther away from me, but I was like, there's no Winnie City this year, so maybe I'll give TrotCon a full proper experience this time, because 2023 was actually my first time going there and first MOP convention, but I didn't stick around long, mostly just due to a lot of bad timing. So this time I got the full experience, and yeah, it was nice. It was definitely a lot more chill, which I didn't mind. I just needed some, R&R. So yeah, had some fun. Then we had special guests who were kind of small but still neat. Like they had GM Barrow, one of the authors for most of the official MOP chapter books, and even wrote a couple episodes. Like I'm trying to remember one. The season 9 episode with Twilight trying to return an old library book. That's one of them. And aside from that, there's also Natalie Haynes, an artist on both the IDW MOP comics and the Sonic comics. So, so I attended her panel, her Q&A panel, and so funny thing is, I asked her she's worked on IDW Sonic, so do you know any of the old Sonic cartoons? And she replied to that. And she brought up the fact that she actually is a fan of Archie Sonic. It was really sad to see him go when they were canceled. So after that, she had her own a vendor in the vendor hall. And yeah, we chatted quite a bit about Archie Sonic stuff. And I even got a bit of fan art from her, where she did this cool drawing of a Sally Acorn. It was like $50, but I'm like, fuck it. This is like the first time I've seen any Archie Sonic merch, so I need it.
Yeah.
Splurging
But yeah, it was really
all
cool.
out on
She's
Archie.
very funny. Yeah.
That is really cool artwork.
Oh yeah, it's very nice.
Speaking of artwork, Sala, I heard you were terrorizing the whole world with all your pixel art.
I am. In fact, as we speak, I am drawing Shadow the Hedgehog in Finland.
Diabolical.
So there is a new website called wplace.live, which takes the concept of r/place from Reddit, where everyone is allowed to place one pixel at a time over the course of like a couple weeks to draw a painting, which is a cool thing on Reddit. These people have decided to just take that concept and upscale it to the entire Earth, and you can just draw anywhere in the world. And instead of just like having one pixel at a time, you can actually store up several. So you can have like, I think you start off with like 30 or something, but as you level up, as you place more, you level up and you get more you can hold on to. So you can just store up a bunch and use them all at once. And so yeah, I've just been strolling around the world looking for Sonic pictures that are in progress and helping to make them. And I found one in my birth town of Miles City, Montana. And I teamed up with the guy there who was making it. And we finished it, and we added a little sign that says Sonic says trans rights.
He's gone woke.
And yeah.
Alright.
And then yeah. And I'm currently working. Yeah, I found a battle style shadow in Finland. I'm working on that. It's mostly done, just fixing some colors.
All right, cool. Yeah, I checked my home plot town and only had Undertale characters. A lot of Undertale fans here, I guess, or Deltarune. Then again, it was...
Yeah, I drew a little something off the coast of my hometown with a little skull and crossbones and a sign that says, "Here be pirates."
nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Next
pretty
to
awesome.
Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
And you,
Oh,
you
yeah,
and
speaking
Terra
of,
Skelvin
like-
yet? Sorry, Sally, go ahead.
Yeah. Speaking of, like, some people outside of London, in like a town called is it Slough?
Slough?
Slough? Slough.
Slough. Yeah.
Slough.
Yeah, just outside of London. They made this mural of Super Sonic and Super Shadow from Sonic Adventure 2, and it looks really dope.
All right, cool.
Trying to look for it, but unfortunately,
So yeah, that's
unfortunately,
the
it's taking a while for me to load.
project.
Sevagander.
That's quite a world-spanning project, yeah. And the world's already pretty full, so you nerds are
Yeah.
doing a lot of work out there.
Especially with people trying to do the gigantic EastEnders logo
Oh wow!
in London.
Yeah, even with yeah, of course, gotta get a lot more British pop culture there. Gonna draw Mr. Beans and all that in there. Monty Python,
You see a lot of TARDISes there.
TARDIS. There
Yeah.
you go.
I mean, there was one near where you were, and I was wondering, like, I wonder if Luke did that one.
Nah.
Fun, yeah.
In the sun.
In the sun. Oh, it's quite sunny at the moment. So.
Finding the sun.
I have a good time.
Classic Sonic song, yeah. But yeah, so my computer's been broken, so I had a bit of a weird couple of weeks. I could still work on my animations though on a laptop, but so it was a little productive. I spent also a lot of time playing the Boost games again because I had more time to play video games again. I was kind of noticing in Shadow Generations because the first time I played, I wasn't really paying a lot of attention to the dialogue in the levels, but now I was, and it was occasionally kind of amusing to me. Like, I feel like a lot of the dialogue they wrote for the levels, I didn't really think through because it feels very fillery, and it, like, at one moment, Shadow is like saying, like, wow, this is when Game Shadow gets into the movie universe, and then the DLC level where it's like, oh wow, this looks like how Maria described the Earth. So I thought, oh man, Melting Man's gonna be happy that Shadow knows what Earth is because it's supposed to be Game Shadow. But then again, maybe he's talking about the other dimension, but then that's implying that Game Maria would be talking about other dimension Earth. So I don't think the writer really thought about it. So, and that's why I'm thinking about it because that's fun to uncover all the plot holes.
Maria, I must ask you, is this canon?
That's a good question. But also kind of interesting. And when the level ends, like Shadow says very like pointingly, "Oh, this place is interesting. I'll be coming back." Like I assume they just put in that there just as a wink to, "Hey, watch the movie now." But still, they almost implies that Shadow himself wants to go to the different dimension again. But yeah, we probably shouldn't be thinking about it. So that's why I'm thinking about it.
Well, I mean, the DLC did come out before the release of Sonic Movie 3, so yeah, I think that was like an obvious like advertisement, like, oh yeah, go see the movie now.
Still kind of annoying they do the fourth wall breaking stuff. I also kind of noticed that Doom explicitly mentioned that Radical Highway is like his realm, like a different dimension, but they also never really explain how that works. But then again, Doom is never really explained in the game, so... Oh well. But yeah, that was kind of amusing me, so just wanted to say that. I've also been playing a lot through the Boost games, trying to figure it out or get my thoughts sharpened on them, but this is probably not the right time to do that. But yeah, I'm noticing that I really didn't do Sonic Unleashed HD a lot of credit because I always played on a tiny television. I'm really noticing now that I really should try to dust off my PlayStation and put it on a bigger television because, man, it's missing out on a lot of
finally,
details.
Roger playing a Sonic game in widescreen for the first time.
Oh, I played Sonic games on a widescreen, but it's only from PlayStation 4 onward. I mean, my television was perfectly fine enough for the Dreamcast and the PlayStation 2, but yeah, clearly by the time the PlayStation 3 rolled around, my television was too old.
Yeah.
You dinosaur.
Man, I really love how Abaddon looks at night. It looked really, really beautiful. Kind of forgot how beautiful Sonic Unleashed can be sometimes, although mostly only in the night
Yeah.
stages. Lovely sunset. But yeah, what's up, Ewan?
Nah, just with you just taking in the views in Sonic Unleashed.
Yeah, I almost feel guilty boosting in those levels. I just want to walk slowly. I was like, oh, look at all these little details. Looks so beautiful.
You just rather like have a leisurely jog towards the finish line, just so you can actually look around at all the detail they put into something that you'll only just miss if you just boost at full pelt.
It's such a shame, especially
You would never notice that someone in Spagonia is reading a newspaper that has the cover art of Sonic 06 on it.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, that's yeah.
It's the tiniest possible Easter egg in a game where you're supposed to be going through it like 800 miles an hour.
I can relate. I mean, I'm doing that with my Sonic Rollblast 2 levels as well. But hey, that makes it fun. You know, rewards exploration, so that's good. But yeah, man, the first time I was playing Spagonia, I pressed the boost button and like immediately the whole level turned into a blur. Like I immediately felt guilty. Like, no, I'm not gonna boost. I want to take in this. Sorry, Sal, I'm not playing it correctly. I know, but damn it.
No, I don't blame you. Spagonia is beautiful,
Yeah, Roger doesn't.
and
want
it
to go
gives you more opportunity to listen to that awesome music.
At least I'll say about Sonic Unleashed, you actually can play the game without boosting for a lot of the parts. I mean, sure, there's some moments, of course, where you're gonna die, but actually the game does allow you to just take a chill pill if you want to. Because I was also playing Sonic Frontiers, and man, that game is really not built. Like, that game really wants you to boost and a homing attack. If you do anything else, the game will immediately freak out. Oh, I just cannot get used to Sonic Frontiers. I just can't. The cyberspace levels I'm particularly talking about. But yeah, that's probably worthy of another more in-depth discussion than now.
Yeah,
Melty,
Sonic
say it.
Dissected, level design, the sequel.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? Maybe I should have a discussion about Sala about stuff. What he thinks about the cyberspace levels and all that. But yeah. So, anyone else has something to say for introduction, or shall we move on to the main event? Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog for now.
I suppose I'll briefly mention that SAC Anime is coming up, and I will get my third chance to meet Jason Griffith, and I am definitely taking that chance.
Are you gonna ask him to do voices for you?
Probably not, no. I always get nervous when I talk to him. So I'd probably just like tell him how much of an inspiration he is to me for a third time.
Hey, if you gotta get him to do a voice for you, make him say, Elise is not amused. That will amuse her very much, probably.
Elise, say Elise is not amused?
Yeah, at least it's not abused. Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's
Or you
Jason
can get him to
Griffith.
do that.
That's a little present for her.
Speaking of, there's actually something coming out with him in it, and it's like a motion comic for like some indie superhero, and he voices a character with super speed. Imagine that.
Of course. All right, cool. Guess we'll look forward to that. Right, shall we move on?
Yeah.
Then it's time for Ewan's YouTube poop. Ewan, did you upload it on the channel?
Yeah, it's on the live stream planning.
It sure is.
Yeah.
Everyone has it?
Not the best, but hopefully it'll be a good chuckle for anyone who watches.
All right, yeah, and that's
Hopefully it
Sylvia
plays,
says,
yeah.
I have
Yeah.
to take care of the volume.
We gotta be very wary though. It's like, be prepared to lower your volume levels just in case. I'm not saying it's super loud, but it's a possibility that when they uploaded it and put it on like OBS, like it might be on max volume. So just be a little wary for headphone users.
I'll try to keep an eye on it this time. I'm trying to learn from my mistakes. I'm trying.
Yeah.
But all right, everyone's ready? I can do the countdown.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can do the countdown.
All right, then. A 3, A2, A1, A go.
It all began many years years ago when I was a baby fight to destroy Mr. Kill. Boom! Poo-poo to you too.
I say it's worth a try.
But what if he gets even younger?
Be a little sperm swimming around in somebody's testicles.
No, I don't want that.
Is he related to you?
May I help you?
I'm here to claim my pingers. I lost it today. I've been quite frantic.
What?
My pingers have conquered most of this planet.
A bit of inspiration of Waxinator with that ending.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't expect to see
fine.
hyper anime melting man there.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's what I looked
I
like.
don't
in
want
anime.
that.
Yeah, turning into Mr. Hungry Pumpkin.
And also very appropriate you include that King of the Hill reference, what with the reboot coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or
Oh, yeah.
it is out.
Yeah, that's what's
Oh, yeah, it is out, yeah.
Holy
But yeah,
fuck.
it's more of a continuation, but yeah.
But yeah, Ewan really put a lot of effort in there. Good job, my
Yeah.
good sir.
At least everyone had a good laugh, and so as because of that, I shall give myself a round of
Promotion.
applause.
Yay!
Give
Yeah.
yourself a promotion.
That's good.
I
gotta-
promote myself to Vice Admiral of the Dissected Alive stream.
There, we
There you go.
I'm not sure what that means, but sure, you can have it. Okay, I'm gonna be
Honestly
a little lazy
deserved.
today with the screenshots, so because I am not on my usual equipment. But
Yeah.
Luke at least gave me some screenshots, so he's gonna be the only one providing them this time. Alrighty.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't have time.
Yeah, it's my bad.
Oh, it's my computer.
No, that's definitely mine. I did not get a lot of sleep last night.
Oh.
Anyway.
I know how that's like. Yeah, because I stayed up pretty late last night because I was busy doing stuff, but yeah.
Oh, all of you are really tired now. Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, I had to stay up super late just to do this small animation of Melting Man.
Oh boy, wow.
So
if
we're all up
everyone
late
falls
at night.
asleep this stream, you know why. There we go. It's not because I'm
Yeah.
so boring, although that doesnn't help, of course.
I don't think you'll have to worry.
Right, so Ewan, you were responsible also for the synopsis, I think? Or-
He was, but he
Oh,
shirked
right,
that
that's right,
responsibility.
Sorry,
Yeah,
yes.
because I had to finish the YTP.
My apologies. Yes, you did.
It was
So
me.
it's Salah.
Salah, indeed. Did you do it?
There's a C.
I did. I kind of rushed it a little bit at the end because we were getting close to going live, but I got it done.
Thank you very much for your services, my good man. Then entertain us with your incredible synopsis.
Okay, so our story begins in a laundromat with an extreme close-up of a taunting Scratch, accompanied as always by Grounder, who locks Sonic and Tails inside a giant hamster ball and sends them for a spin. Sorry. Sonic thinks he breaks them out easily enough, even commenting on Tails' fur having built up enough static cling to attract a sheet of paper, when the bots reveal that this was part of Robotnik's plan, and point out the automatic static schmatic machine, which was definitely there the whole time. They fire the machine, causing Sonic and Tails to, quote, be destroyed by their own body's electricity, which apparently means to attract a dress, a sock, and a second sheet of paper. Sonic then takes the machine from them and fires it on them instead, and then bombards them with underwear. Truly the highest of stakes in this episode. Tails sees an incredibly large pair of underwear in the pile and assumes it must be Robotnik's, but Sonic dismisses the idea that Robotnik washes his underwear, meaning Tails just fat-shamed some random person. Sonic then pulls a giant rubber band out of nowhere and launches the bots out the door and over the horizon before waving to the camera. But it turns out there really was a camera, and Robotnik got his hands on the footage and forced Scratch and Grounder to review what happened. The dumb bots, being the eternal suck-ups they are, just start praising the film. Robotnik plays along for a second before getting angry and upset, declaring it would take years for Scratch and Grounder to catch the hedgehog, which is honestly an incredibly optimistic interpretation. The two bots immediately start claiming that, claiming the other is the dumb one as Robotnik cries in a corner at the thought of being an old man by the time they catch Sonic. Scratch and Grounder try cheering him up by pointing out that Sonic will also be an old man and will be easier to catch. Robotnik initially scoffs at the idea, but then realizes they have a point, and declares that their stupidity has finally paid off. Naturally, the two bots promptly start taking credit by claiming to be stupider than the other. Robotnik declares that he's going to invent an aging ray that simulates the effect of living in Arizona, which will allow Scratch and Grounder to easily capture Sonic, and so Robotnik invents his decrepitizing ray. Meanwhile, Tails is waiting impatiently for Sonic to return with some food, and the heroic hedgehog does not disappoint when he arrives with some powder. He claims it's chili dogs to Tails' disbelief, but Sonic haphazardly separates the powder into two piles and then pours water on them, causing them to turn into pairs of perfectly formed hot dogs covered in thick, hot chili. They even come with their own plates, but weirdly enough, no bun. Tails eats both of his at the same time while Sonic shoves one into his pocket. Tails is impressed by how delicious it was, and Sonic points behind him, revealing a small mountain of powder. Tails rounds up to it and pours water on it before shoving a bunch of it into his mouth, then declares it tastes like mud. Sonic reveals that it is mud, and was actually pointing at the instant food factory behind it. Just ignore the fact that the factory has a billboard of Robotnik just to the side of it. Inside the factory, powder is being poured into containers, and then immediately turned back into food. This time, the hot dog does have a bun, but sadly no chili, and yet still comes with a plate, which is promptly tossed aside. Tails approves of the hot dog, but Sonic thinks the machine is too slow and cranks up the speed. What kind of factory just lets volunteers control the speed of the machines? After doing their best Lucille Ball impression, Tails gets an idea and lays down on the conveyor belt, allowing the machine to dump powder directly into his mouth. The conveyor is nice enough to stop three times as long to allow Tails extra portions, before randomly speeding up to catch up, but not before letting the machine dump a random pile onto the conveyor itself for some reason. I don't know what's up with that. As Tails goes off to get some water, Scratch and Grounder show up with the decrepitizing ray, but are quickly dispatched by Sonic, who rejoins Tails just as he downs some water. Naturally, the water activates all the instant food powder he ate, causing Tails to go through the second most horrifying transformation in animation history after Tetsuo from Akira. Sonic starts dragging Tails along, but the fat fox gets lodged in a doorway, allowing Grounder plenty of time to fire the ray at them. Unfortunately, he presses the wrong button and ages the heroes down instead of up. As Scratch and Grounder argue, the baby Tails meanders around, eventually picking up the decrepitizer and begins smashing it against some toy blocks that are inexplicably there. Sonic returns from the bathroom and offers to fix the machine by just smashing it even more. To Tails' surprise, though, it still powers up. He tells Sonic that it's a camera and offers to take a picture of Sonic, which is honestly a pretty smart idea on Scratch's part. Unfortunately, Sonic is still too fast for them and makes them dizzy trying to keep up with them, and then tries stealing the device from them. As they fight over it, Baby Tails wanders behind Scratch and spills milk on the floor, causing the bots to slip and land on the conveyor. They spend enough time on a bit about how they're going to be sucked into a machine that they easily could have gotten off the conveyor to avoid this. Sonic then reveals that he's aware of who Scratch and Grounder are, as he and Tails gleefully watch the bots go through the process of being turned into instant powder, bottled up, and then again rehydrated immediately. Robotnik appears out of fucking nowhere and rhetorically asks them what happened. But Scratch, trying to impress him, raises his hand. Robotnik calls on him, and Scratch explains exactly what happened, and Robotnik congratulates him on the correct answer. He tells them that even they shouldn't be able to mess it up now that it's nap time, and we cut to commercial. When we come back, Robotnik and the bots are standing over the sleeping Sonic and Tails. Robotnik comments that he doesn't remember the decrepitizer looking like this, but doesn't dare question his own genius design. Instead of using it himself to ensure he doesn't mess it up, he tosses it to the bots and makes them do it. Naturally, they both start fighting over it until Robotnik tells them to knock it off. He reminds him to hit the red button, but unfortunately it fires at him instead, and also turns him into a baby instead of an old man, despite pressing the red button instead of the blue one. Sonic wakes up and doesn't seem to recognize Robotnik and asks if he wants to play with them, but Robotnik doesn't like playing, he likes breaking. Sonic rehydrates a random pie that just happens to be on the conveyor so he could throw it at Robotnik. Robotnik and the bots chase Sonic and Tails throughout the town, but the babies get distracted by an ice cream shop. Oh, sorry, ice creme. But just then, they just happen to be found by a daycare worker, who takes them back to her business until she can find their parents, with Scratch and Grounder needing to find a way to get Robotnik out of there. Their first plan is to disguise themselves as cops looking for lost kids. They make a reference to a very R-rated and not child-friendly movie before getting tossed away. And honestly, most of the rest of this is just Wile E. Coyote level of shenanigans, with Robotnik attempting elaborate traps, and them all backfiring on him, and occasionally Scratch and Grounder as well. After the last one sends Robotnik flying out of the daycare, the robots rescue him and use the reverse decryptizer to age him back to normal. He returns to the daycare and asks for his lost children. The daycare attendant asks if she knows him, and Robotnik reveals that he's conquered most of the planet. He then rushes in and grabs Sonic and Tails. Scratch and Grounder fire the decryptizer, but before Sonic and Tails can become older than normal, the daycare attendant takes it from them, causing it to bounce off the walls and hit Robotnik, making himself even older. Sonic and Tails rush off to the laundromat and get back inside the hamster ball. Sonic then lectures the kids about jumping into dryers. The end.
But all
I
the
think this is
food
probably
eating was-
the.
Oh, yeah, go ahead, Luke. Sorry.
I'm saying this is probably the closest thing to like a Sonic Baby spin-off, because this was an era when everyone had a baby spin-off.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean this was also I mean this was also around the time when shows like always had to have that one episode where like the main characters get turned into babies or something.
Indeed.
Yeah, I even remember the Mario Brothers doing it in a Super Mario Brothers 3 episode, where Koopa tries to go back in time to prevent Mario and Luigi from going back to the Mushroom Kingdom, and then Mario and Luigi end up as babies.
Oh yeah, then yeah, they also did that in Super Show where Toadstool lands in like the Fountain of Youth and becomes a baby, and she's stuck like that throughout most of the episode.
That last section with Sonic says about babies falling into dryers. That's one of the oddest ones. It's like, was that really a thing that happened a lot?
Yep. Yeah, like, well, like, yeah, like today, now, you know, kids today were like, the fuck's going on there? And it's like, well, I guess in the 90s or so, I guess that was a common thing where kids like, oh, I want to climb in the dryer, you know, spin around, wee, and, you know, not realizing I'm going to be
Really?
killed in there. Yeah.
Well, there was
Kids
no
were
internet
negligent.
back then.
Negligent American mamas are letting their babies go for a tumble in the dryers?
No, it's Britain. This English fault because of Mr. Bean.
Yeah,
God.
neglected mothers. Yeah, as if that hasn't really changed at all nowadays. It's probably even more.
Okay, so... Fun fact. When my sister and I were little, we one time hid inside the dryer.
No.
Oh, well, it's your fault. They made this episode just for you and your sister.
And my...
Done in a scene of Lilo and Stitch, with Lilo hiding in the dryer.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah.
the original version and not the censored Disney Plus version. Yeah.
Yeah. And my dad knew we were in there. So he turned it off.
Oh my god!
Oh,
God.
no.
Only for a second before opening it up and pulling my sister out and then closing it again and turning it back on.
Well, at least you're a little dryer.
Right now, killing both my kids is too much. Just the one.
And yeah, needless to say, Shelby and I never climbed inside a dryer again.
Because you were both dead, and now you're talking to us beyond the grave.
There you go. Fresh and sweet.
Yeah,
blood.
Captain Theory was never real.
Oh, no.
So yes, we could have benefited from this episode.
So yeah, there you have it, folks. That definitely was a thing in like the 90s or whatever. Yeah.
This Sonic Says was targeted directly to me.
And that's why you wanted to do the synopsis.
Yeah. Actually, no. I just, because Ewan said someone else needed to do it and no one else was saying it. So at like 4 in the morning, I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. I gotta get up in 5 hours.
We appreciate your sacrifice, sir.
Yeah.
It.
Salah sacrifice so I could be lazy.
Yeah. But yeah, of course, the quote at the top saying, "Okay, Tails, jump in."
Luke's wonderful statements.
Yeah.
Luke's
And
commentary.
that face Robotnik is, and that pose and face Robotnik is pulling when he says, "I'm here to claim my children."
Yeah, I was thinking if I was doing the poop, I would have put someone like Jimmy Savile or Rolf Harris on there. Or
Robotnik was Sonic's daddy-o before it was retconned.
Could have done, but I think that would have been a bit. I mean, I don't think too many people outside of the UK would have known those people.
Or Jared Fogle.
Yeah, very British. Yeah.
They sounded like very British names, so I just assumed.
Yeah. But yeah, originally though with the ending, I was going to originally just have Robotnik still say the same thing he said, but having it zoomed out so it's like you can see the old lady, and as he just kept talking about like how he lost his pingus, and of course the face of the old woman would have gradually have changed into a not amused Elise.
I suppose if I was doing like with Robotnik saying, "I'm here to claim my children," he then cuts to Chris Hansen saying, "Okay, take a seat."
No.
Oh, wonderful. Well, at least you got someone from our comments who desperately wants you to do a Norfin or YouTube poop, so you got his vote.
I guess if I did that, I'd guess it would be something like, "I'm here to claim my ending," and then the YouTube poop ends.
Well, it's all just based whether or not you can actually find Robotnik actually saying those words.
Well, I mean, the same episode has him saying, "The ending, it was a little predictable." Yeah.
Oh yeah, true.
So we finally found where Ewan's meme comes from.
Yeah, it's the origin of this popular line. Yeah.
Gaga poo poo.
Yeah, it was kind of interesting to see Scratch and Ground turn into like Siskel and Ebert based on their own home video of their own failure. That was like a cute little gag I like that.
Yeah.
It was a little laughs, a little tears. I give it a thumbs up. There you go.
Yeah. I was almost contemplating just having Grounder just saying a bunch of random stuff like I do based on the episode. But never got round to doing it, or just couldn't really think of anything funny. Or even if I did think of something funny, the problem was they wouldn't exactly say it. So it was like, never. So I abandoned that idea because if I could have done, I could have just simply had like Melting Man just pop up. It's like, I give it 2 Sellers and 3 Melting Mans.
Also, just realised something with the bit with Lister saying, "Oh, he'll be turned into a sperm." I suddenly remembered that recent episode of Doctor Who where the bad guy gets turned into a sperm and the Doctor just stamps on it.
Oh wow!
Oh,
nasty.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, how about the fact that the one weird thing about this episode is that, like, yeah, we've seen Tails as a baby before from Tails' New Home, where he's able to speak English, and yet in this episode he just speaks baby talk. So that's a weird inconsistency there.
Maybe he's even younger. Besides, the circumstances are different, I guess. The other was like his actual youth. Well, this is more mental.
Yeah,
Sonic makes one ugly baby. He's almost got like a goofy face.
Yeah.
What an ugly baby!
I assume that's a reference to his the other role he played, the voice actor, Urkel.
The other what?
I thought it was a reference to Urkel or something. Or did he not have buck tooth?
I don't remember Steve Urkel having a buck teeth. Like, he had glasses and whatnot.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Then I was wrong. Sorry. Yeah, I guess Sonic's as ugly as a baby.
I just looked at that baby Sonic and thinking, imagine if he looked like that in Sonic Underground.
Oh yeah, the giant quills on his back here.
Would be fine.
Well, at least Baby Tails is better than Tails being bloated up for all that instant food.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Yes. It's like
like all those weird lumps and everything. Like I'm more concerned with that lump that's like in the front down there, because that looks something else.
Yeah, a bit too close.
Yeah.
But it did make me wonder, like, what exactly was Tails' digest? Was it like American footballs, just because of how it's all just shaped out like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all turkeys. Yeah.
I can imagine kids watching this and screaming their heads off.
Yeah. This was pretty horrifying, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Body
Hey,
horror.
Tails using his
Yeah.
tails to wipe off the dirt from his face. That's very unhygienic. I was almost expecting
yeah.
a Sonic Says to be about that. Or excessive eating. Instead
Don't
it made
use
it
your
otherwise.
twin tails to wipe yourself off.
Yeah.
Very important
clean up
lessons
your
more
body
kids should be
parts.
learning. Lot of salas in the world died and killed themselves in a dryer. We need less babies using their tails to clean themselves off. That's more important.
I also can't believe Sonic would trick Tails into eating dirt.
Well, I mean, he didn't. He was more like, no, I wasn't pointing at that. I was pointing at that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
But it's just like he didn't say it any sooner.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
It's
Tails
like
just
he was just
assumed.
intentionally waiting.
You know what they say about assuming. uh,
I got that.
Yep, I know. I won't continue the quote because the joke is from Amazing Digital Circus. Anyway,
The-
Yes. How about Baby Robotnik? Yeah. Must have been a beautiful baby.
he
Oh.
certainly was.
yeah.
Even had a mustache as a toddler.
Well, but
Throw it in the
I
trash.
did, but there was when I was checking out like what footage I could use, I did notice at certain angles, like the actual like hair mustache was actually coming from his nostrils, so that's actually his nose hair.
Oh God.
no, Baldy nose hair is actually accurate.
Very much
Oh
so.
God, that makes it so much worse.
Well, hey, at least we still have Long John Baldry doing a pretty hilarious Baby Robotnik voice throughout that episode.
He must have had a good time voice acting that, yeah. That was crazy.
Yeah. Robotnik gonna throw up! Yeah.
And then in the end,
I'm
he
not
did
born
Tails.
yesterday. Day before yesterday.
Wow.
He kind of does sound a bit like Wario there.
Especially when crying. It's like
Yeah, I wanna grow up!
wow, Luigi time.
Well, Luigi.
But it's kind of funny, like even when Robotnik gets like super old, he has to have like a patch on his like beard.
Yeah, that was so random.
Typical weird.
Yeah, seeing that, it made me think this is probably like Dr. done it before it was done in Sonic Prime.
Yeah, kind of.
Along with the baby, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, Sonic Prime. In the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog.
I think you can have your own version of their Chaotic Council with images of Adventures of Sonic Hedgehog Robotnik.
Probably. Yeah.
You know what?
Even use Robotic
Oh, yeah,
Junior as a
maybe.
teenager.
Yeah, you can have like
yeah,
a Dr. Don't as like a teenage Robotnik. Or no, that would be Dr. Dunnit? No. God damn it, I don't fucking remember their names.
No one remembers their names. They're so boring.
The fucking Zen one with the blue mustache.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be Robotnik who was doing
like,
peace.
I was thinking more like Super Robotnik or something. Well, hey, at least this Baby Robotnik is better than the one we got in Sonic Prime.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
this
he's always
was
scheming.
hilarious.
Right. Anything else about this episode? Luke
Well,
said
for me,
yeah, go ahead.
for me personally, I like how there's a lot more elephant representation as Sonic. 'Cause you don't often get that.
No.
Oh, yeah.
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 Yeah, because the only one I can think of is Mammoth Moogle from Archie Sonic.
I mean, they do look a bit derpy in the eyes, though.
Yeah, very derpy.
Yeah, the one in the pink bow always has this like derped expression for some reason.
That's a kind of
they
cute
both
gag
had
of
dirt.
using them as the new spring jumping rope.
Oh yeah, when
Yeah,
they use their
the
trunks. Yeah.
That was a cute joke.
Also, I'm very surprised they haven't already done a playable Sonic character in the games yet. I've already done so in Mario.
Oh, maybe someday, but I guess bigger characters aren't really fun in a platformer. I mean, it's one of the reasons why Big to Get is kind of awkward.
Yeah. Or maybe pachyderms are like one of those illegal species that Sega is like banned from Sonic Media, like with the insect and aquatic Mobians. Yeah.
Or maybe Sonic's prejudice towards elephants.
Possibly.
Yeah, it's prejudice towards elephants. Well, I mean, he does have some beef against Mammoth Moogle, which of course people have always made the joke that Mammoth Moogle is like this guy who like shows up just to like steal the spotlight. Yeah.
I do know one Sonic thing that had an elephant.
Yeah.
Sonic Schoolhouse.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I'm actually kind of surprised I didn't throw in any Sonic Schoolhouse references. I guess I was just
That's
more
a rare
focused
one
on.
for you guys.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I was just more focused on like the thumbnail. Like, nah, let's throw in like some more obscure references because that's just more of my bread and butter.
Sonic School
I also
was obscure enough for you. But yeah, go ahead, Luke.
Well, I don't know. I guess Sonic Schoolhouse is kind of too much of a meme. I guess I just was more focused on like, yeah, let's throw in like toy versions of the Blobnik Badnik from Fleetway Sonic or the manga robot. Yeah. Because they look like toy robot. They look like, toys that babies would play with or something. Yeah.
Fair enough. Go ahead, Luke.
I was gonna. I do like how the image of Sonic when he's like really old looking, because like that's how he like if he was age accurate.
Oh yeah.
Probably, yeah.
And also, I guess we all feel like that sometimes.
Crossing in his 30s, indeed.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I always feel like I'm 50.
That's no good.
That's no good.
And I also love the image of Grounder sitting on Robotnik's lap like he's going to tell him a bedtime story.
No, he's just practicing for his mall Santa job.
Oh, the Robotnik Claw's job, yeah.
What are you going to get Robotnik claws for Christmas?
Candy from a baby?
Excellent.
Creepy tails. That's what you're gonna get.
But yeah, kind of funny, like, Robotnik's expressions, like, what are you doing on my lap?
Get off me, you. Yeah, where's large paperweight?
Oh, it's fun face expressions, yep.
Yeah, literally Sonic's reaction to seeing how Tails was going to look in the next scene. Like,
Oh, right.
I think I just lost my appetite.
Oh,
who
you
wouldn't
should
after
after all
seeing
the
Tails
food he
looking
ate.
like that?
Yeah. Those instant foods, yeah.
I suppose the image of Sonic screaming is what happened when he stubs his toe.
Oh, yeah. Ah!
But yeah, now think
It's
about it,
Sonic
the
and-
whole instant food plotline is kind of pointless. It never went anywhere. It wasn't really relevant to
Yeah.
the story. It's so weird that the factory was abandoned until Sonic could just cause trouble all they wanted. And indeed, like it turns it into powder and immediately hydrates it again. It's like, wasn't the whole point that it stays as powder? I don't think the writers put a lot of thought into that.
Yeah.
Also, freeze-dried food can't be that good, could it?
No.
It definitely does not reform perfectly into the shape
Yeah.
of the food.
On this planet, it does.
Complete with a plate.
Only in cartoon
How to-
live does it reform perfectly.
Powder to chili dogs sounds like some future vegan bullshit.
No, actually, no. That's
My God,
powdered
it's
chili
approved.
dogs. Yeah, that's just no, that's just Sonic's version of crack. Snorting in the crack. Oh yeah, fucking chili dog.
Chili dogs.
I'm
Sorry,
high
for
on
the
chili
kids, that'd be
dogs.
fun.
I suppose with Tails expanding, it's probably like what happens if you eat all the army MRE food.
I guess.
Oh, yeah, the
Totally.
instant rations, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, then of course we get another human character with the caretaker lady. Yeah, I know she has a name. I just can't remember what it was.
Did she say her name? I don't recall.
This,
Yeah, she says her name. Yeah.
The straw character is so horrifying in this show. That was
Let's
supposed to be
see.
a woman.
Saccharine, yeah.
It
Yeah,
looked like a
Miss
walking
Zachary.
potato.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, with the big nose and everything.
Yeah.
I thought the babies were ugly.
Well, at least. Well, I mean, I suppose at least she'll return at some point because she's makes an additional appearance in like probably the last episode.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
yeah, she does come back in a much later episode. Yeah,
Pretty late.
yeah, very late. Unless you're watching like the volume 3 from Shout Factory, where they rearrange the episodes in like production order instead of air in order.
Yeah. Shows how tired we are since we just keep. Who gurgled there?
Yeah, we're not in very good shape today. Oh boy, that's going to be even greater with the comics, or even worse and worse shape usually.
well, I mean, it's been a long time since we've done a live stream, so we're all kind of a bit rusty.
We're out of the
Yes.
out of the loop. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's not good. But yeah, I think we're done with this episode then.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't really think of much for, the traditional, characters turn into babies episode. Kind of feel
Well,
like there's not much to say with those stuff.
Well, I did make a joke of the reason that Robotnik's tearing like calendar dates is because he couldn't get a date.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on 1 second. Where is it again? It's this sound effect that we should be playing. There you go.
Wait, I've also got one. Where is it?
This is the comedy police. The joke's too funny.
Oh, I loved that vine.
Good stuff.
Moving on.
Yeah, I guess we'll be moving on to the comics. We're only doing one Adventure of Sonic the Hedgehog episode today because we have 3 comics. And why did we have 3 comics today, Ewan?
Well, that's something Melty should be saying.
Oh,
Yeah,
Melty.
that's
You,
exactly-
Melty,
he was
you're
one who
at fault.
Okay, well, main reason is mostly well, there's kind of like some connections between these 3. So like, oh yeah, they reference past events, blah blah blah, and 2 of them are actually a 2-parter. So I'm like, okay, maybe we can knock down 3 this stream, and then next stream we'll say our final goodbyes with the last issue of Sonic X.
All right, it's almost at the finish line. Oh boy, we have to figure out what we're going to do after this one.
Yeah, I know Rhino was asking us like, oh, DC crossover. I'm like, well, I know we kind of tossed around the idea for like episode 100, but we'll see.
At least it's a short one.
Yeah.
Although it's a very recent one, so I'm not sure if we get more on copyright issues if we show it off here.
There's basically 5 issues of the DC Sonic.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
what
Well,
it's
it's
just
been
a long
out, and
time.
it's come to a brief end for now. So you know, obviously we could
Yeah.
probably talk about it.
Guess so. I haven't looked at it at all, so I know nothing about that comic book run.
Oh well, that's your homework then.
If
Yeah.
we're gonna do it, yes. But for now, Sonic X.
But yeah,
Yes.
we can also do something smaller, but yeah, that's for later.
Alrighty. So Sonic X, the big switcheroo. And
Yeah,
let me have
or
a-
just switcheroo, but yeah.
Nah, it says big switcheroo in the front. Darn it. But yeah, later it says normal switcheroo. How dare they
Yeah,
change the title?
yeah. In the actual story, it just says switcheroo, but yeah.
The liars.
Yeah, it's that marketing thing. Gotta put in big bold letters to get their attention. Yeah.
It's not that big.
Yeah, it's very short. That's true. The
Ah, yeah.
liars.
At least they spelled switcheroo and not kangaroo.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So, Melty,
So-
you were going to do the synopsis and tell us why it's so much better than the Sonic Boom episode, I guess?
Yeah, I'll quickly do that.
Or
So,
Sonic Boom.
right, so switcheroo. So, it starts off as a typical day in Station Square with, Robotnik doing his thing and Sonic doing his thing. And Robotnik has a big laser, which apparently he plans to steal the mind of the president. And Sonic's like, oh no, I gotta stop it. So he spin dashes, which causes a big explosion and knocks out both Sonic and Robotnik. So Amy and Tails take Sonic away, while Deco and Boko, that's boys, take Robotnik away. Oh yeah, and Boku. So yeah, so they take Robotnik home, and he wakes up, and then it turns out, oh no, Sonic, he's actually in Robotnik's body, and he like instantly freaks out when he realizes it, and he's so freaked out he orders everyone to get out. It's like, get out. So, right, he's trying to recall, like, okay, so I hit the thing, we must have switched bodies, and, oh shit, Sonic, Robotnik's in my body now! And then we cut back to Thorndyke Mansion, where Robotnik's living the good life, with Chris fanning him, and Ella giving him a lemonade, and Amy's just providing moral support, I guess. So, yeah, just having a good time, especially since, oh yeah, I get to be next to the stunning hot maid Ella, oh yeah, with more of that Robotnik and Ella shipping. So... Right, so Chris and Amy talk about like, oh wow, Eggman was so pathetic if he needed his robots to take him away, which irks Robotnik. But then Tails kind of like sums in, like, oh hey, Sonic, we need your help. The Sonic fan base, I mean the Sonic X group have taken the president. And of course Robotnik's like, oh yeah, I'll do the thing. Yes, I'm the hero and all that. So he runs out and definitely has trouble trying to keep up with the speed. Meanwhile, Robotnik is also watching the news, and then he hears about, like, oh, the president's been kidnapped, and, like, oh, no, I gotta save him, but he tries to say in characters, like, oh, right, I want to, kidnap him first, yes, let's do that. So, yeah, then they're talking, blah, 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 so, yeah, then they both show up, and we see, Sonic's having trouble piloting the Egg Mobile, and Robotnik's having trouble running around. So, yeah, so while that's going on, Deku and Boku are just casually watching, and then Boku makes the sudden realization, like, wait, these two are acting weird. They must have switched brains. Like, oh, I guess that explains it. So, Sonic finds the Mind Swiper, because apparently there just so happens to be a spare one in that Egg Mobile. So now he's trying to shoot at Robotnik to try and get their mind switched back. And it looks like he was successful thanks to another explosion. So, Sonic's back to normal. Robotnik's back to normal. The Sonic X member runs away. He's like, oh, this isn't the last you'll hear of me. So, yeah, everything's all hunky-dory. And then Deku and Boku, like, grab Robotnik because they still think he's Sonic. So, yeah, so Sonic runs back, and Chris and everyone's, like, all padded up. It's like, oh, we want to make sure Sonic's safe. But Sonic's like, oh, don't worry, no, it's fine, I just was myself. Woohoo. And then the story ends with Deku and Boku interrogating Robotnik, who they still think is Sonic, which is pretty humorous. So yeah, that's it. So quick comparisons I mentioned earlier, the Sonic Boom episode, The Meteor, did something similar to that. And the reason why I think the comic is much better is mostly because, like, the pacing is just a lot more snappier. They have a lot more fun with Sonic and Robotnik trying to keep up with, like, appearances until they get, at least with Sonic, he's trying to keep things more normal again. And Robotnik's just, like, living the good life, and we actually do see, like, these two, like, struggling more with, like, Robotnik's having trouble running around, and Sonic's having trouble using the Eggmobile, which, they didn't really do that in Boom. I think with Sonic, they did it fine, but then, like, with Robotnik, it's like, sure, he starts off, like, having trouble, but then, like, after a quick montage, like, okay, I got the hang of it. Okay, that was pointless. But yeah. Roger, what are your thoughts on the comparisons?
I should have watched the episode again. It's been too long time. So I don't dare to say it. But yeah, I do remember I was really disappointed they didn't take the concept too far. But that's kind of my issue with Sonic Boom in general. I was always kind of lazy with their jokes. But sorry, I cannot make a real statement here. Or I quickly
there was one bit in the Boom episode that I liked, that Sonic and Robotnik's Eggman's body threatened Robotnik in Sonic's body, that, oh, if you don't change back, I'll cut your moustache off. And it's like, no, don't do that.
That might have been that episode.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
That sounds like the kind of jokes I would make. Yeah.
Yeah. Although the whole switcheroo thing happens like very abruptly in that episode, when like, no, don't cut off my mustache, and then flash of light, and then suddenly things are back to normal. Okay. It's kind of like what I like the comic board. Like, we see, like, that it kind of does happen abruptly, but there's, like, a little more breathing room. Like, yeah, Sonic gets back to normal, and Robotnik has his funny moments with his robots, yeah.
I've also been thinking that if this was an animated episode, would their voices switch around as well? Because sometimes they do that in cartoons. Like, either their voices switch around, or they don't. So it allows the actors to play each other, which I like to see more of. But I suppose if this was animated, if they had their voices switched around, it would be pretty funny to have Sonic with Mike Pollock's voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I just read through it like how they did in the Sonic Boom, where it's just Mike's Robotnik, but I'm acting like Sonic now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes more sense. Like how it's the body that creates the voice, not the mind. Sorry.
Yeah,
Ian,
I suppose it is a
It's
bit.
fine.
It does sometimes sound a bit weird. We got like a character with a completely different voice.
That's true.
Yeah. But also, just looking at that one panel of like feeling better, Sonic. He certainly looks better. Just with me.
Oh yeah,
meme.
that expression is iconic. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I popped it up in the live chat.
Looks very terrifying. Yes.
So, oh yeah, the Sonic face with the smiling thing. Yeah.
Sonic looks creepy in the whole scene. Yeah. But not Chris. He looks
Oh, yes.
fantastic.
So yeah, that's probably another thing that people only remember the Sonic X comics for. Is like, oh yes, that one meme from ancient times where they basically just did a Sonic version of the Ouija meme.
I like the final panel with the
Oh, yeah.
interrogation.
Yeah.
Very
yeah,
detailed. Yeah.
Nice.
Very
lighting.
good lighting.
They put a lot of effort into
especially-
drawing. Yeah.
Yeah, especially with Deco and Boko just dressed up as like police detectives.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
good. Yes, boys.
I can imagine like Deco and Boko trying to remember which one's the good cop and which one's the bad cop.
Seems like they aren't even bothering. They're both bad cops. How dare they?
Yeah.
Bokun's the bad cop.
Yeah, Boku's the bad cop. Yeah, because Deku and Boko are the good boys.
Yeah.
Ah. But yeah.
So yeah, I guess. So I guess I'm the only one that watched the Boom episode and read this comic in preparation for this.
Yeah, you're the only one who did homework. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm very sorry.
I get extra credit.
You get extra credits, yeah. Maybe we should just take a break
Yay.
from the stream and quickly watch the episode right now.
You apple polisher.
Then Melty Man can talk more about all the toys he bought while we're doing our homework quickly.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't buy that many like yesterday.
But yeah, I kind of like how like Sonic and Robotnik's body's like freaking out, since you rarely see Sonic have much of a big emotional reaction like that.
Yeah.
I guess since he's in Eggman's body, they felt more free to make him more extreme.
But I do find it funny how he has difficulties controlling his speed and just crashes into everything.
Resulting
Yeah.
in the putting cushions everywhere at the last page.
I suppose it is a bit so like how you often have difficulties controlling Sonic in the game, just fly off the platform.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tell me
Perfect.
all about it.
Oh yeah, I just remembered another comparison with these two. So like the whole deal with Sonic in Robotnik's body, yeah, there's definitely a difference. Where in Sonic Boom, the whole episode, he's just trying to convince Orbot and Q, like, no, I'm not Robotnik, I'm Sonic. And I don't know, I found that just really annoying. For like, yeah, it's like fine for the first part, but then it just kind of gets annoying where it keeps bringing it up. So it's much different here in the comic, where like he freaks out and then like still tries to like play it off, like, okay, I'll try and act like Eggman for a time until I get my body back. Yeah.
Makes the characters a lot smarter too, yeah. 'Cause, like,
Yeah,
it's
a lot
just-
smarter. Yeah.
Just go with the flow and work within the situation rather than fight pointlessly against things that don't give you any kind of accomplishment anyway.
Yeah.
But then again, I guess it makes sense for Boom Sonic. Like, he doesn't really think things through. He's more about his ego. I want to be treated right, damn it. Whether it's logical, pragmatic, or not. And Boom Sonic is never really all that engaged in his adventure anyway.
Well, no one in Sonic Boom is engaging. No one.
But right, I shouldn't bash it since I didn't watch the episode recently enough, so I don't really know.
I suppose one other expression I liked is where Robotnik in Sonic's body is like doing a mouth twitches where they diss Robotnik.
Oh yeah.
Like,
He's trying to still play it cool despite all the insults. Yeah.
Poor Robotnik. Wah, wah.
Yeah, because I think the Boom episode did something similar to that, but I don't know. They didn't do it. Didn't I guess just didn't go that far with it. Like here, like yeah, we can see Robotnik's like struggling to keep it calm because he's that egotistical.
I think another thing I remember about the episode where Eggman in Sonic's body calls Knuckles Nibbles or something.
Oh yeah, like Eggman keeps getting his name wrong in Sonic's body. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, alright, whatever.
Honestly, that seems pretty in character for Sonic as well.
Yeah, he doesn't care either. It's kind of weird that Eggman wouldn't know Knuckles' name in the Boom universe, and still has to deal with him all the time anyway. But then again, jokes first, logic later, and that's Boom.
Oh yeah, I also love how Hector Drag just like has an ejector seat like say that James Bond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a high-tech car. That makes sense. But yeah, it looks pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, he is a former member of the Speed team, so I guess that would kind of make sense. Yeah.
And they would crash a lot. Wah, wah.
Overcompensation.
Indeed. Well, is it overcompensation when it's actually useful? Then it's correct. Then it's just pragmatic pragmatic compensation or something. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm too tired. Either way, yeah, fun cartoon. Art is all over the place. Sometimes it's really great, and sometimes a little awkward. But hey, we at least got a cool meme shot out of it. So there you go for those who care. And
Yeah, I do dig the art style. It just feels like very expressive, like in a fun way.
And Ella is a little more tan than usual, so they're slowly starting to go in the right direction, even though she's still kind of
yeah, we're still kind of dealing with whitewashed Ella. Yeah.
Oh well, but it's looking better than it was.
But slightly less so.
Slightly less so.
Progress.
Yeah, progress.
Right at the end.
Yeah. Yeah, at least they're making some progress and not pulling off a Simpsons where they just get rid of a poo.
Poor Apu.
Next issue?
Next issue. Let's go to What's Not to Love. And it's Luke's turn, I think.
Yep. Big Trouble in Little Station Square Part 1.
What? They already give the wrong title on the cover? How dare they to keep tricking me?
Well, I mean, I think that's a common trope in the Sonic X comics, where like the cover is just like, oh, let's throw in like, oh yeah, you won't believe what happens in this comic kind of deal, and then the actual story is in the actual story.
I think it's mostly a tagline for the cover. I mean, it's a pretty cool cover though. It's like, oh, been tied up, whatever.
Fair enough. But right.
Sounds like typical Friday night. Anyway,
Trouble in Little China. I mean Station Square. Go ahead.
Okay. We start off with the shadowy organization Sonic X, dedicated to destroy Sonic and Eggman, being berated by the big boss, aka Evil Harry Hill, for their multiple failures. Dr. Narasu pipes up with a new plan. He has created his own version of the mutagen from Ninja Turtles 2 to turn Sonic into a huge monster. Hector Drag has been assigned to team up with Narasu and to be his driver. Later, Hector and Narasu find Sonic fighting Eggman and a huge squid monster. Narasu said that the best way to get him would be when he's distracted. Narasu has 6 darts filled with mutagen, but he only needs 1 shot. However, Narasu ends up wasting 4 shots as the darts keep missing Sonic. Then the egg squid blows up and Eggman flies away as usual. Sonic speeds off as he goes on Hector's motorcycle to chase him down. So he goes off on Hector's motorcycle to chase him down. They crash through a fruit stall, as you do in chase scenes, as Narasu readies his 5th shot. As they speed down the highway, Narasu fires, and misses hitting off a truck. Hector then takes an exit and jumps off the bridge, and lands on some cars to get back on the highway, like Cruisin' Blast or some other racing game. Sonic looks behind him to see that he is being chased by members of Sonic X. Sonic takes the piss out of Hector's bike and speeds off. Hector then puts his bike into maximum overdrive to catch up with him. Sonic then allows them to pass through. Hector stops the bike and was like, "Yay, I overtook Sonic!" which they have lost as Sonic speeds off back into town. At the petrol station, Narasu has a go at Hector, who is like, "I'm not here of revenge. I want to prove I'm the fastest, blah, de blah, 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 blah." Then they speed off back into town after Sonic. Narasu exclaims he only has 1 shot left. To find out what the people are chasing him are up to, Sonic decides to turn to the Chaotix Detective Agency for help. Charmy opens the door, saying they're not supposed to be in as they're taking a nap. Espio, of course, was meditating, and Vector might be tripping balls on heroin. Sonic tells the Chaotix about the Sonic X guys chasing him and wants to know what's going on. Vector agrees to take the case. Narasu, meanwhile, is waiting for Vector to move out of the way to take the final shot. He fires through the window, which bounces off everything, including Charmy's helmet and Espio's bracelet. Vector looks ill, as it turns out the dart landed in his tail. Sonic goes out to rough up Dr. Narasu and Hector, asking what's going on. Then Narasu points to a Godzilla-sized Vector smashing through the detective agency. To be continued.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun.
Wrong,
you're
it's
not impressed?
Godzilla.
It looks like Godzilla, but due to international copyright laws, it's not.
It's not.
Yeah,
Do
and
what you
that's
want,
why.
it is Godzilla.
No, it isn't.
Though it isn't.
Yeah,
You and
Yeah,
I just did the fusion dance for a second there.
yeah, yeah. And that's why I had a Vector casually hanging out with Godzilla in the thumbnail.
Naturally.
Even if I did a shit job drawing Godzilla, it's like, I mean, hey, the guy's gone through too many changes, so I just went with the most basic design I could think of.
Make it
I was a
easier.
little bit disappointed though because I was expecting Vector to be more freakishly monstrous looking, like in that one. I think it was in that one Archie issue where we had these huge monstrous versions of various Sonic characters. I think.
Oh yeah, that was one of the super specials where Sonic drags Sonic into an alternate universe where Dr. J. Kintobor, the good Robotnik, accidentally created a bunch of giant robots and basically shows like Sonic and the gang as these like mutated Godzilla-like creatures. Yeah.
Yeah, because I remembered one bit where I think it was like Sonic and a giant robot shooting his father, and it was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, father."
Oh yeah, like this universe's version of Sonic's father, Jules. Yeah. Yeah, especially poor Sonic, especially since this is a universe where his father's not trapped as a robot. He's just a giant, and he has to kill him to save the planet, or at least save the universe.
That's
Oh, Sonic has to kill his dad.
a nice family-friendly
poor-
story.
Yeah, and that's why Archie Sonic is still better than IDW Sonic.
At least things happen. in that.
No.
Oh, you want to go? You want to go?
Melty versus Taiga. Oh boy. IDW versus Archie. Next stream.
Well, yeah, we've been talking about doing like a standalone stream talking about stuff, so maybe we'll save that for another time.
Let us know in the comments if
It's
you want
not,
to
a,
see
it's not a debate.
Melty and Taiga, Archie versus IDW.
I'm sure it will turn into a debate.
Mortal Kombat.
Yep, a mass
No.
debate.
No.
A massive debate.
Oh.
There you go.
No, I was thinking more of like, oh, we're going fishing? Well, crap, I forgot debate. Yuck, yuck.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Ugh.
Bad puns. Okay, it's already cancelled. Too many puns.
So anyway, about this
so
comic.
how about the fact the scientist dude actually gets a spotlight in this story?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that he's still mad that Sonic is just that fast.
It's not scientifically possible. Ah! Yeah.
It's not natural for a living being to be that fast.
Yeah.
I don't remember what he
Also-
actually sounded like in the anime. He had like one line.
Yeah, he only had one line in the second episode, and that was it.
But now he's a major
Now he's a major
character.
villain.
Yeah. I also like the banter between him and Hector as well as they argue each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like an old married couple.
How adorable.
Also, you can tell this issue was written by Ian Flynn because Sonic says his catchphrase, woo-hoo ha-ha.
Oh yeah, feels like it's been a while since we've seen that.
Can't find it. Where's our woohoo haha? Where is it?
Ooh, ee, ooh.
Usually there's a third ha, though, so...
He also says woo close up. That's a different one.
I've always stated in the synopsis, I love the expression where Vector is waking up, but he looks like he's on drugs. Like, the spiders!
the spiders! They're in my skin!
They're at the walls!
Flames on the side of my face.
Good.
Bank accounts are a scam created by the shadow government!
It's like, oh god, NFTs, Bitcoins. Ah! What does this economy come to?
It's only gonna get worse, Prector. It's only gonna get worse.
Yeah, especially if you live in
Too
America.
real.
Oh well. Terrorists aside, what else about the comic?
I also love the chase scene as well. There's a lot of good action there.
The art
Oh,
is
yeah.
incredible. I love the poses. Yeah, it's really cool. I love all the motorcycle like boinking all the vehicles. Awesome stuff.
Yeah.
And the poses.
Yeah, as well as some cool action shots with Sonic fighting off Robotnik's egg squid or whatever it is.
Yeah, great art. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Those artists know what they're doing, and this artist is no one less but
Stephen Butler.
Stephen Butler. There we go.
The Butler.
Butler. How British.
I did like SBO deflecting the dart with his gauntlet. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Very ninja-like.
It's one of the rare moments we see.
Yeah, it's a rare moment he gets to do something cool. Yeah. It's a shame SBO is so underutilized. Feels like they're really using a lot, but now you barely see him.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
He drew the spikes on his back, which, it's always that one detail I keep forgetting about SBO for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever
So I believe they're supposed to be... I think they're supposed to be black, not blue.
I don't think I've ever drawn spikes on his back. Oh, no.
But, oh my god, SBO with wide eyes looks so cursed. His horn is not supposed to be there.
Well, if you think that's bad, that's a very common thing in Archie Sonic. So I don't
No,
think you can
I
handle
hate
it. Yeah, I don't think you're gonna handle the main Archie Sonic's way of how they design SBO for.
So that's already a score for IDW versus Archie. Oh no, Tiger
It shouldn't look like that.
Yeah, it's weird he has no nose.
It's supposed to be on his nose, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what most people assume. Like, it's supposed to be his nose. Yeah.
I think I always screw up his horn night too, but then again, my art always screws up everything, so whatever.
Well, you can get away with it.
Yeah. As I said a long time ago, I think the Chaotix are like the limit of how detailed Sonic characters should be.
Especially
they have, they have a lot of details on them, and I think any more than that would look out of place in this series.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I guess that would explain why their classic designs are forbidden to come back because of Sega's mandate. Oh, they're modern Sonic-only characters. Yeah.
Which is dumb.
Yeah, it's really stupid.
Yeah.
That's Sega and their mandates, yep.
Those dumb dummies.
Yeah.
I just found it so fascinating, as if Sonic meets him when he's a teenager, they never existed when he was younger. It's like all my elementary school friends just ceased to exist and poofed into nothingness as soon as I left elementary school. Like, as soon as Sonic grew up from Classic Sonic to Adventure Sonic, like, all his childhood friends just poofed out of existence.
Yeah. All of them are dead. Yeah.
The logic makes no sense, but that's Sega.
Just imagine it happens while they're present. It's just like, all right, Mighty Ray, let's Ray. Mighty, have you seen Mighty?
Yeah. Yeah, it could be worse. They could have ended up like what happened with Bark and Bean with that Fang the miniseries, where they just gave him the Poochie treatment.
What? They flew to her home planet and died on the way back? What?
Something like that, yeah.
But hey, at least they get an explanation. They don't just disappear off screen.
Yeah, but even so, that still just feels like a lazy excuse. And of course, it doesn't help the fact, oh no, those are classic Sonic only characters. Well, fuck you, Sega.
Oh wow. I guess we'll have to...
So, what exactly was Narasu's plan this time? He was going to make Sonic a giant?
Apparently.
Yeah, he was going to. I think that was the idea, making Sonic into a giant. To like, look, Sonic's a giant mutant monster. You know, that's what he really is. He's not the hero that everyone praises him for. You know, something like that.
And then Sonic would just sit still, patiently waiting to be cured and cause no damage, and it would have no effect.
That seems like the how that would really go.
They're lucky that Robotnik causes trouble the next issue, otherwise Vector wouldn't have done anything either. But that's for the next issue. Speaking of which, shall we move, or are we finished yet with this awesome
real quick, by any chance, do you have access to the do you have a slide of the fan art in this issue? Because it is
I have to get it.
Glory.
Yeah, hold
on.
It's
a Supersonic image, isn't it?
Yeah, hold on, I might be able to fix it.
It's Supersonic and also Shadow's dumb shoes.
Well,
hold on, I'm getting to my my new main source of reading Sonic X.
And you got Sonic doing a little handstand.
Yeah.
Let's we'll do that.
Don't be too hard on it. Might have been done by a little kid.
They obviously were. but it's still funny. And they're obviously not little kids anymore, because this issue was like, what, 14 years old?
Oh yeah, sure.
No,
yeah,
more than
you
that.
Okay, I just
17 years.
Yeah, I
Indeed,
just posted in the live chat there.
Let it be known, no matter how much we make fun of it, my art is always worse. So. Okay, let me get it.
I've done a more close-up version.
That's a very happy-looking Supersonic indeed.
Oh, these are worthy successors to Sonic.
Oh.
There you go. Yeah, should we turn this Supersonic into the new Sonic? Melty Man is not amused.
Oh, can I read out this this poem?
I think it's just. I think it's just fine. It's just.
Luke is gonna read us a poem, ladies and gentlemen.
I just see this poem and I feel like, you know what, I should just read this out because just for a laugh.
And while you do that, Roger, I've posted another page in the live chat.
All right. Okay, Luke, go ahead with your poem, and I'll get.
Okay. So, roses are red, violets are blue. You can't run away because I'm after you. How about a date this upcoming night? Please don't be late. We'll meet at the park. And if you don't make me wait, my love will turn to hate. And I won't rate you as my mate. And I'll think up some bait to bring you to the park gate, which will decide your fate. And we shall have a big debate. So please don't be late. And don't say no either, please. Million XOs.
Wow, that's one heck of a poem.
Oh, you get an Oscar for that.
Ladies and gentlemen, applause for Luke. And of course, our writer of the original poem, which is
Olivia T.
Olivia T. There we go. Applause. That was an epic one.
Yeah. Oh, Sonic Chronicles ad. Yeah. Now.
Yeah. There's a Sonic Chronicles ad. Oh boy, remember that game, everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah. Back when it was
a lot of
back when it was the
potential
newest Sonic
and-
game before before Sega went and blacklisted it.
Yeah. Well,
Never heard of it.
Funny that you say that. Sonic Chronicles has been getting some random attention lately because a new track appeared in Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, which people say aesthetically looks like the Nocturne Gate. Although only kind of slightly.
Well, this is all news to me. So
Sorry, why I
it's
can't
first-
follow.
Yeah.
A music track is based on Sonic Chronicles, or what?
No.
racetrack.
One of the courses. A racetrack, yes.
Oh, that would be
Yeah.
shocking.
It looks like the Nocturne Gate.
I mean, if we're talking about music, then it's just like we're like, oh boy, they're bringing back the botched attempts of playing classic Sonic music.
Yeah, if they brought back the music of Sonic Chronicles, I think that would be the worst idea.
Definitely.
Oh, then again, it's quite ironic because recently I've been hearing people complaining about like, oh, music in Crossworld sucks, and they're mostly talked about like a remix of what's Begonia or one of the tracks I can't remember. Just dumb Twitter being dumb Twitter.
Yeah.
I have a screenshot
But yeah,
in
there's
a
a
moment. Wait a moment. But I'll be very shocked if Sonic Chronicles is. But yeah, it looks like something. Okay, I should have it on screen. So this is actually from the game because it looks like.
No. Wait. That is from Mario and Sonic the Olympic Winter Games, and that actually is the Nocturne Gate.
So it actually was in it, huh?
Yeah, that was in. That was 2009, so it might have been
Before the copyright.
before. Yeah.
Wow, I was shocked that I had no idea the game actually got any representation in different Sonic game. Oh darn. Okay.
Hold on, I will get a screenshot of the new track.
Yeah. Just to put Roger's mind at ease.
Yes, my mind is in stress and in panic and in horrors. My mind is swimming in disastrous.
Oh yeah, the image of that. So yeah, we never did talk about the new videos that have been coming out to promote the games. Like, oh, it's Sonic and Tails promoting it, and oh, now it's Jet and Wave promoting it. And for some reason, Wave's new voice really bothers me. I guess I'm just used to it.
I love the art style.
At first,
it's nice to have like stylish art style.
At first, it sounded like it was Kalina Shaughnessy taking over the role of Wave, But now I'm not sure because it kind of sounds like Kate Higgins again, but like whatever. I'm hearing a lot of people are like they're getting used to, they're starting to appreciate Michael Yurchak's Jet voice, and I just don't see how.
Well, it's simple. They've never played the Sonic Riders games.
Jason Griffith was just better. I feel like if you only heard Jet in Sonic Free Riders, you could maybe say like, oh, I prefer Michael Yurchak's Jet, but he's somehow like gotten worse for the years. Like it feels like Michael Yurchak just goes into the booth to record for Jet, screams for 5 minutes, and then starts recording.
Well, to be fair, if I was an official voice actor, I'd probably also scream after reading the script before I do any voice lines. Nobody got that joke. Okay, never mind.
Well, you were kind of cutting out in the Discord.
Yeah, nobody heard that joke.
Oh, sorry. I said if I was an official voice actor for Sega, I'd probably also scream as soon as I read the script before I get any voice acting.
Oh, it's such a wonderful joke.
Apparently,
Discord does not want to hear that joke, yeah.
Yeah, Discord doesn't want you to be a voice actor, I guess.
There we go. All right, well, you
we'll just watch the stream back later.
Well, I think maybe at least like the stream heard it, but we don't.
Yeah, usually that's a problem on our end, and the stream hears it just fine.
Yeah.
So we'll just watch the stream back later.
Yeah.
For my hilarious joke. Oh, boy. All right.
That you never got to hear.
Yeah. It's right. So moving on, or?
Yeah, I guess so. Time for part 2. And who is the poor sucker who has to do the synopsis this time? For Godzilla Vector.
The person who's joined us today.
Taiga,
Wait,
you're the culprit all along, and it was you.
Yeah.
Dun, dun.
Oh, I didn't know I was doing it.
Oh, you didn't prepare?
What? You volunteered!
You volunteered to do.
Yeah, but then I thought that.
We have your
Luke would
name
do
in
it.
there.
Only part 1.
Oh, I thought you meant the whole thing.
No, just part 1.
Well, do
Whoopsie
you know about
doodle.
it to quickly say what happens? It doesn't really matter. Should I do it?
I do not. I do not.
Well, anyway, yeah,
brought to you
Chris
by
is at
Cleveland
school
Herald.
and he has to hide with the other kids in the bomb shelter, and he's whining about it because he rather wants to die, which I agree is a good idea. But yeah, the teacher is very upset because he's worried about what's happening and why Gunn isn't doing cool stuff to stop the danger. Danger being Vector, who is horrifyingly just confused and not particularly doing anything. So anyway, Sonic is still talking about the two Sonic X fanboys who are explaining that Vector's now a giant monster and we're all doomed and all that. But he's not doing anything. Anyway, Eggman looks at it and goes, hey, this is cool, I can do something about it. So he makes Bokun giant and then makes him fight Vector.
Oh, holy shit! That's a big cock. I mean, crap.
Excuse me, what?
What? What?
Keep. I don't want to know what you're
I'm
looking
not
at in the
just-
real world while we're talking about this.
That is a
part.
big, girthy croc.
Yeah, as an Australian,
Yeah,
I must be impressed.
Big girthy
Oh,
croc.
man. It's a good thing Elise isn't here today.
At least it's not amused.
Anyway, fight. The Vector is small, and Sonic is happy at the end. Did I miss anything except the entire story?
Well, there's a huge PSA about not to overdose on aspirin.
Yeah, because that was the thing that cured Vector was aspirin for some
Oh, yeah,
reason.
that's nice. Yeah,
Yeah, just go to the chemist and get some aspirin.
It's like ancient ninja things, and then he did actually justify by saying aspirins
Okay,
existed in the ancient
So
times.
Vector is tearing up the city, and the only thing that can stop him is giant Bakun. So Bakun comes in, and he's like, "Oh, I don't know if I should do this," but then Vector's like, "Oh, come on, hurry up and fight me. Well, come on, we'll make a game of it." And Bakun's like, "Yeah, okay," and then they fight, and then Espio's like, "Oh, so what do we do now?" And then Sonic zooms off and then does a thing, and Something.
That's correct. Sonic does his thing and then something. Agreed. That was the story.
He saves the day like he always does, I guess. Unless someone else does it.
Did he save the day? Because he also saved Chris. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, saved the day, yeah.
So
yeah, then the PSA, and then of course the ending that happens. Yeah.
That
It never goes anywhere.
The mysterious bad guy man. is
Yeah,
gonna do something
yeah, the
mysterious.
mysterious. Yeah, so we've got one issue led, but yeah, as Luke said, yeah, spoilers: the reveal of this shadowy figure never gets revealed.
Really?
Although Ian Flynn, yeah, they never reveal. Although Flynn did kind of confirm of who it was, like after the series ended. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
well, we'll talk
right,
about
so-
it next time, then, I guess.
No, we can talk about it here because this shadowy guy doesn't show up in the next issue.
Wow, that's sad. Oh, so we
Yeah,
don't really get a
so-
finale.
Yeah, so in some ways, but yeah, so the big reveal that it's never explained in the comics, but Ian Flynn later revealed that the big shadowy figure, the big organization of the Sonic fandom, the Sonic X, is actually Captain Westwood. So the guy that
Oh,
we all
wow.
joked about, like, oh yeah, it's Wesker, yeah. So
Wearing a
yeah,
ball cap.
that guy.
I thought he was just like a normal member. Was that really not revealed?
Yes, it was not revealed anywhere in the comics.
Although it's kind of obvious, yeah. All right.
Yeah, it is
I
kind
feel
of
bad.
obvious.
I feel bad for Bakun here. He trying to be a hero for once, like being the star of the comic, and then Sonic comes in the last second to finish things up, and he's like sad at the end.
Yeah, he's all beaten up, yeah. Though it's kind of weird that Robotnik says, like, oh, we're going to bandage you up and then we're going to shrink you down. I'm like, wouldn't it cost you less money to shrink him and then patch him up instead of making, like, giant band-aids and whatnot?
Why does a robot need band-aids anyway? Da-da-da.
Also, it never really explained like how Robotnik gigantified him.
Well, I guess.
Yeah, that's never explained. It's just, oh, suddenly Bokun's a giant. Yeah.
I can easily believe he can do that. The question is more, why doesn't he use
Yeah.
it more often?
Someone in the chat mentioned it, but Bakun looks really weird with teeth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
big teeth.
Yeah,
Well,
I
he
mean,
needs
it's not the
something to
first
eat
time
those
we've seen
that
him.
candy with.
Yeah, it's definitely not the first time we've seen him with teeth, yeah.
He needs something.
I also
to eat.
like how at the end, sadly, Bakun looks very detailed with all those scratches.
Yeah.
Art stuff's
Yeah.
beautiful, yeah.
Probably just used the excuse that he's such a huge giant that he's got to have extra detailing on.
I guess so.
Yeah, so, yeah, artwork is, once again done by Stephen Butler.
And a great
It's
artist.
definitely one of the
Good job,
best,
Steve.
especially in Archie Sonic, yeah.
So
No.
I like this little moment of like Sonic and SPO talking about aspirin. Like SPO claims it as like an ancient ninja remedy, and Sonic's like, aspirin isn't ancient. And SPO is like, on the contrary, the first uses of this compound have been traced to Greece in the 5th century BCE. There weren't any ninjas in Greece.
You don't know that. You don't
Well,
He
unless you
doesn't know
play-
that, yeah.
Yeah.
It
turns out that
Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Yeah.
It turns out that the ninjas in Japan are the worst ninjas because we know about them.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, with that panel, I'm like, oh, shut up, Sonic. Just let SPO have his moment. Yeah.
And also, how the fuck does SBO know? You know what? I shouldn't ask that. I know the answer, but like, it's weird that SBO just knows about ancient Earth history.
He is a detective, I guess. So.
Yeah,
He is a
well, I mean-
detective and apparently a speed reader.
Yeah, well, I imagine their detective business is slow, so he needs something to keep himself busy. So he just looks up history lessons. Yeah.
The only problem indeed is that it implies that he knows ancient ninjas because he is one. Except then he's suddenly talking about the history of a planet he's not originally from. So then that connection doesn't really work anymore. But I guess I'm overthinking things again. Fun with different dimensions.
I suppose it is also very funny that at the beginning of the issue you think that Vector's all mindless, they're out of control, but then as Sonic tells him, like, oh, we're going to help you out, and Vector's like, okay.
Yeah, that's the funny part. First you think like, oh, part of that mutation also makes him like lose his mind, but nope, he's normal Vector. He was
And
just
then he just
cosplaying as
breaks
Godzilla for a couple of panels.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Speaking of Vector, when did he started wearing gold headphones?
I don't know. That's a
That
good
is a good point.
Yeah, it's just this weird coloring error in this whole story.
Yeah, they're normally gray.
Is it coloring
There you
error,
go.
Stand
or
out.
is a poor Vector allowed to have a little fashion change? I know. I know in Archie you need magic in order to change your outfit a little bit, but in a normal world you can do that.
Maybe Vector just felt like wearing a bit more extra bling that day.
Although his
Vector,
headphone
we're-
was black in the previous issue, so it's literally as soon as you get to the new issue, it's gold.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Maybe that's the side effect of turning into a giant. It makes your headphones gold.
Is it different coloring? Let's see. Here's
Vector, what
Jason.
happened to our rent money this month?
Jason Jensen.
The weird thing is both issues are done by the same colorist, so I guess the colorist is contradicting himself. Whoops.
Yeah.
Jason
Coloring
Jensen.
is... Oh, yeah, Jason Jensen. Yeah, that's a common thing with Jason. There's always going to be some weird coloring errors. Yeah.
It's weird that it's a consistent coloring error.
Yeah, if you think that's bad, there's an issue from the main Archie Sonic series where he accidentally colored Sonic's mom pink because I guess he thought that was supposed to be Amy Rose, even though it looks really off.
Whoops.
Weird coloring errors from Jason Jensen. I could make a whole video about that.
I could make a whole video about my coloring errors too. Just ask Sylvia. But, oh well, it's not easy. Consistent coloring, I guess. Still, colors and art is pretty awesome in general, despite occasional error. So I like the art. Pretty cool stuff.
Yep, and oh yeah, then at the start of the issue, yeah, Francis is wearing green suspenders again.
There we go. So you could change your outfit a little bit. Why not?
Also, there is nothing suspicious about a teacher luring kids into a basement.
Well, it's this guy. He's also always doing Epstein-y things.
Yeah, I got some popsicles in the basement, kiddies.
Yeah, especially that one panel where Chris is going down the stairs with Mr. Stewart behind him.
Yeah, especially with his silhouette. Yeah, that makes it even more creepy.
Dun,
Lock
dun.
the door.
You stay there while I get Mr. Trump.
Yeah. Child labor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's our dark.
I can imagine it being rather sad at the end. It has to let all the kids out the basement.
Oh dear.
Oh dear, indeed. My apologies. We're not being very nice. I guess we're all just tired. So, anything else we need to say about this comic, or shall we move on?
Get more ads of Sonic Chronicle.
Oh yeah, another ad for the same ad.
Well, I do like how Vec.
Go ahead, Luke.
I was gonna say I do like how Vector and Boga are beating each other up like school children.
Yeah, go uncle,
Yeah.
go uncle.
Yeah, I win a thumb war.
That is kind of fun. They're more playful. I mean, we don't really see Vector fight all that much. He rarely gets a chance, so it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's nice to see the
actually like-
chaotics being utilized for once. It's rare.
Yeah. I actually like SVO in this comic. I think it's just because of that whole punchline. It's like, oh, we must find this ancient remedy to cure Vector, and he just gets aspirin.
Yeah, it was ancient at some point. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
nice when the chaotics are utilized. They're very underutilized characters. What a shame. Oh well. It's not going to change, probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyone has something to say about Sonic Chronicles some more?
I like how one of these pages encourages you to cut it up and rearrange the puzzle.
Oh yeah, it's like, oh yeah, don't mind like cutting up the actual story.
Yeah, who cares about Charmy talking to the villains?
Well, thank God for scans.
Yeah.
Wonderful ad.
Because yeah, looking at the pieces, yeah, it looks like that's supposed to be like the map of Green Hill or something.
It is, yeah, but like a smaller version of it. I had the full version on my wall back in Montana. I don't remember if I took that with when I moved to California.
Well, hey, at least you can scan. You could use the scan pages and make a new one.
Yeah, I sure could, I guess.
But yeah, Sonic Chronicles. Yeah, outside of the obvious behind-the-scenes drama, I don't know. Most I could say is it's just one of those Sonic games that I played for a bit and just haven't completed it. So maybe one day I will. I know it ends on a cliffhanger, so yeah.
Yeah.
It's not
As
too
I
bad.
I pointed
the
out,
dialogue, and there's some cool ideas, but it's a little
Yeah.
disappointing.
I love that everyone in the game, even Big, is a smartass.
Yeah.
Yes, that's an Archie Sonic reference, because in Big's introduction in Archie Sonic, there was this weird moment where he refers to Gamma as a bucket of bolts.
Poor Gamma, and then he immediately murders him back.
Yeah, which is kind of weird, because, like, yeah, Big had dialogue in the adventure adaptation, but then after that, in some ways, he kind of became, like, the Big Macintosh of the group, where he barely spoke in his appearances.
Yeah.
What a shame.
But speaking of Archie Sonic and Sonic Chronicles, this is the game where, like, as I pointed out in Archie Sonic character files, this is the game where Omega's personality just took a complete 180. Well, not a 180, but, like, he just became, like, this, like, anti-organic racist.
Oh, yeah.
Started referring to people as meat bags.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that one. Yeah.
Obviously, a reference
more
to
interesting.
obviously a reference to HK from Knights of the Old Republic.
Yep, which was also made by BioWare.
Yeah, because, yeah, Sally did make the comparison in the video, yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff. But Taiga, you just cut out. You were saying something?
Oh, no, never mind.
Oh, all right.
Just rambling.
Sonic Chronicles. Yeah, interesting game. Maybe we should revisit it sometime. Some good parts. Some
Yeah,
bad
'cause
parts.
Yeah, because I don't think you guys have ever done a proper dissected on it. I know it was, like, mentioned once in, talking about one thing, and you just kind of reference, like, oh, before anybody asks, no, we're not counting Sonic Chronicles, because that was American company and not Sega, or something
Yeah,
like
so
that.
not super canon and all that. I do remember liking the dialogue, and I remember despising the battle system.
Oh,
So I'm
God.
looking forward to playing it again.
Those touchscreens never work.
Yeah,
It's so
especially
nasty
those-
that you have to do the minigames perfectly or do no damage, so the fights can go on forever.
Yeah. And of course, the very bizarre in-game models. Like, we went from good-looking in the Sonic Rush games, and then went to, like, blown-up proportions in Chronicles.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
And, of course, the terrible music.
For the record, this was made by a Canadian company, so don't blame us.
Yeah. Blame it on the Canadians, eh?
Blame
Not
Canada.
my fault, buddy.
I wasn't aware BioWare was a Canadian.
guy.
Right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I mean, BioWare's dead now, so yeah.
Are they?
Well, I
Back to
think
EA.
they got absorbed to EA. So knowing EA,
Oh.
yeah, they're already gotten the death wish. Yeah.
EA ain't good, no. Right,
But yeah.
I think we're finished then for today, aren't we?
Yeah,
Getting
I
pretty
think
close to the
Yeah,
big
I think
100.
Yeah.
We are.
So,
Oh, no.
Yes.
yeah. So hopefully we'll try and do something special, and not just have someone having mic problems.
Getting a lot of
Be fine.
anniversaries suddenly, yeah. IMP 50 almost, Dissected Alive 100. It's anniversary year, oh my goodness.
Yeah. And of course, next time we'll be saying goodbye to the Sonic X comic as we cover one last issue, Sonic X issue 40, which I already called dibs on.
All right.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
fair enough.
Yeah, we really have to say goodbye
Yeah,
to
it's because
Sonic
of the
X.
stuff that happens. Yeah, saying goodbye to. Yeah, it might be a final farewell to Sonic X in general because there's nothing else after that.
Yeah, it feels kind of sad. We started the whole stream on Sonic X and IDW, and at least IDW can come back later. But I guess with Sonic X, we're absolutely done. So
Yeah.
Again, apologies for missing my portion, messing it up, but hey, we got there in the end.
we got there in the
Yeah.
end, indeed. That's all right. So, any last thoughts for today? Anyone looking forward to another Dissected about booze games again? Or oh god, Roger, shut up! Don't complain. You don't get those games anyway.
well, there's actually is one game that was like announced during a long break that I'm looking forward to, and that was the surprise announcement of Pac-Man World 2 Repack. So yeah, the beloved sequel is now getting the remastered treatment, which I'm definitely all for. Looking forward to that. Which, funny enough, that comes out the day after Crossworlds comes out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think Pac World 2 is the only one I played. I mostly remember it being kind of generic, but it was fun to play. So, good game.
Yeah, it was fun. They showed off the trailer, showing off the like levels and whatnot, and it looks like the bosses are going to be updated. So hey, more variety in designs, and not the ghost designs for the most part. And then of course there's also the surprising return of Martin T. Sherman voicing Pac-Man again, who hasn't done that since like Pac-Man World 3 from way back.
Cool.
I don't remember
Yeah.
Pac-Man even
Nice.
talking. Isn't he a mute hero?
But I mean, in some media, I guess it just depends on the media. Because like in the original Pac-Man World 2, like Pac-Man did talk, but it was only in text boxes for like the first 2 bosses, and that's it.
Waka 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 waka.
Yeah, he says that. Sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Yeah,
Pac-Man World 2.
Yeah, sometimes. But yeah, sometimes he's mute, sometimes he talks, and sometimes he's just informing us about how this is a wrench.
If we're talking about classic game revivals, they are making a new Simon the Sorcerer game, which is made a prequel called Simon the Sorcerer Origins, where they bring back Chris Barry voicing the titular character,
Rimmer's
and for
back.
some reason, they're casting Rick Astley in the game.
Rick
What?
Astley, wow. Yeah.
Like I said in the trailer.
I didn't know
Oh
he was
my
still
god!
alive.
Yeah, he's still alive. He made a sequel to Never Gonna Give You Up recently.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that explains it.
I've never really played the Simon the Sorcerer games, but from what I've seen from like gameplay, it kind of looks like Discworld for kids, with like we play as like a wizard doing like very strange things and meeting strange characters and that.
Yeah, it's a point-and-click adventure game. I played them. They have awesome pixel art in the original games. I hope they go for that art style again.
Well, there is a bit of a reference where, like, in the game, it has a very stylized, animated style. But there is a bit where Simon drinks something and his head turns into the classic pixel look, and he screams a bit.
Yeah, Monkey Island and Discworld also made that joke. Yeah, where they're more fully animated in the sequel will turn back to the pixel version.
Yeah. I mean, the only Discworld game I know of is the one with Eric Idle, where he plays this like wizard character.
Yeah, that's all
Yeah.
we
And the only reason why I
Wizard.
know that is because of that whole F-bomb Easter egg.
Yeah, that's the one we're referring to. Yeah. So
Yeah.
well done.
Yeah.
Let's
I
do
want to be
this.
the first person in a video game to say fuck.
Indeed, it's itself a reference to John Cleese's eulogy at Grand Chapman.
Oh,
And
yeah.
unfortunately, he didn't even make it because someone beat him to it.
Yeah, what's the first fuck in a video game there?
I don't remember. I just remember hearing that someone beat him to it.
Poor Eric.
Womp womp.
Yeah, I was disappointed they didn't get Eric Idle reprise as Rincewind in the live-action Color of Magic series.
Yeah, that's a shame. Guess he
I mean,
was too
David
good.
Jason was good, but I mean, like, it's a bit weird to cast him in the series twice.
Well, I guess the movies aren't the same continuity of the video games. Especially the video games took it very loosely with the books. So,
But I did like they casted Christopher Lee in the role because he did previously voice Death in the animated series.
that's true, but they had someone else in the video games, right? One of the Doctor Who's.
Oh, I was talking about like sorry, my mind's a bit muddled now.
But yeah, that's probably everyone listening to the stream has no idea what we're talking about. So tune in next time when we talk about Discworld and Simon the Sorcerer.
I wouldn't mind that.
Just me and Luke, I guess. Everyone else has no idea what we're talking about.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with Discworld. Sorry. Discworld is just one of those things that's like, yeah, it's big in Europe and unknown here in America.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Apparently there's an alien in the game Paranoia that says "fuck you," and it came out 5 years before Discworld.
Oh, okay. Oh, there we go. Paranoia.
Sounds interesting.
Well, now you know.
And knowing is half the battle.
G.I. Joe.
G.I. Joseph.
Okay.
Hero.
So when my first role ever for Roger was Brock in his Pokemon the Movie parody, and it had me. The script had me say like, "And now you know," when knowing is half the battle. And I decided to, at the end, say, Pokemon!
Instead of G.I.
yeah.
Joe, yeah. Nice. Did
Yeah,
I
good
keep
old-
it in?
You did not, no.
Ah, sorry, Matt.
No, that's okay.
Guess I didn't catch the reference.
Because you had Misty interrupt me, so to yell at me, so
That's true.
Yeah.
I would have ruined the pacing of the joke.
Oh yeah, good old Brock, especially with that one stupid line that still somehow lives rent free in my mind. It's that whole, oh I know, I'll use my trusty frying pan as a drying pan.
Drying pan.
And of course, the ever famous, these donuts are great. Nothing beats a jelly-filled donut.
Oh yeah, because that's definitely what jelly-filled donuts look like.
So are these
At least that was
hamburgers.
the very early days of America. I think later on in the series they actually did put in the effort to like replace Japanese food with American food. So like there was one like, oh, Ash is catching like a rice ball, but in the English dub they replaced it with like a hamburger or a sandwich or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, back then, yeah, that was a thing.
Good times.
Kids in this.
Just like with Phoenix
Silly
Wright and
way.
their cheeseburgers. Wow, we're having a lot of references to other franchises. Yay, we know more than just Sonic. How good for us.
Yay! I mean,
Open to
Yeah.
many po-
well, I mean, you know, we do our occasional like chill streams, so yeah, we can talk more than just Sonic sometimes.
Yeah.
So tune in next time for Dissected Alive, where we do a cooking show making onigiri donut flavored.
What?
Just for Brock.
Yeah.
Sushi
Yeah.
rice with
just cut out-
jelly and dough, and yeah, it's gonna be
Yeah,
delicious.
jelly and donuts. Oh yeah, and of course our full review on Schindler's List.
Of course.
Oh, God.
So one laugh after another. Like, I did see a Liam Neeson movie recently. It was Naked Gun, not the Schindler's List. Sorry.
Funny enough, I've never actually seen Schindler's List. I just only bring it up just for like
Same.
a complete one-handed joke when I've done that. Like I did that with making fun of like the whole Tom and Jerry crossovers they were doing. It's like, oh yeah, and then tune in next time we get Tom and Jerry in Star Wars, Tom and Jerry in Sleeping Beauty, and of course Tom and Jerry in Schindler's List.
To be fair, I'd love
Oh,
to see
no,
Tom and
thank-
Jerry run around in Hitler's palace. Why not? That'd be fun.
You're such a troll.
Indeed. Well, that was a very long goodbye. And goodbye, everyone.
Yep, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Cheerio!
Hello, guys.
Toodle pip.